What is up, my squads and my fams? As you might be able to hear, I'm out in the woods right now because I thought you guys would appreciate some natural audio. So I have a couple things I wanted to talk about today. First of all, being my four-wheel drive quad car. It's pretty simple. It's just a piece of wood, some angle brackets, 4 Ishin Wizard motors, 4 ESCs, and a FreeSky X8R, and I mixed it in my Tyrannus to just drive with throttle and roll, so it's tank steering. It doesn't have like servos or anything, and it was surprisingly good actually. When I first drove it, it had wheels made of MDF, which were pretty heavy. It took a while to spin up. They didn't have very much grip, but I printed some TPU wheels that were very grippy, and you could even drift with them. So I had a lot of fun like going down the street drifting, because the motors are ridiculously fast. They're going like 30,000 RPM, which is too much for a car, but it's fun because of how fast it makes my plank. I printed several different types of wheel, like some were stiff, some were spiral shaped, and the best ones that I came up with looked like this. And I did actually smoke one of the Wizard motors accidentally, but it was fine. I just replaced it with a different one. So yeah, I plan on putting FPV onto it very soon. I think it really deserves FPV because I'm trash at driving cars, line of sight. I can't keep my orientation, but you know, it's fine. It'll be epic. You might have seen, if you've watched the videos on my channel recently, that I got a new GoPro. It's a Hero 7 Black. My previous GoPro was a Session 4, so I'm really enjoying how much better the video is, and I have so much more versatility in terms of stabilization also. So I've been using Hypersmooth for my videos with the new GoPro, and it looks really good. I also want to try Real Steady Go. And unfortunately, the Hero 7 Black needs vibration dampening to use Real Steady Go properly, and I'm having issues with that. I printed a mount out of TPU that was supposed to work with Real Steady Go, and it didn't work at all. I made a zip tie mount, which is pretty suckful, I think. It works with Real Steady Go, but it's very weak, and I think if I crashed a single time, I would destroy my GoPro with it, so that's unfortunate. I also printed a special GoPro mount for third-person view drones that mounts to a top-mounted battery, and it's actually surprisingly good to watch because the GoPro mount is very tall and you can see the top of your quad, which I think is a really interesting view that not many people have done before. You can also reverse the mount and have backwards footage even without an especially long frame, which is pretty nice. I don't think I'll really mess with Real Steady Go until I build a cinewhoop, which brings me to my next topic of discussion. I saw My Cinewhoop is Lighter Than Yours by Ergo FPV, which uses the 3-inch donut frame from Banggood, and it inspired me to make a lightweight 4-inch cinewhoop frame that could be used with the Airblade 1606 motors. I thought that if a 3-inch heavy cinewhoop performed badly, maybe a 4-inch light cinewhoop that has a lot more thrust and weighs less would perform a lot better and be easier to fly. So I designed this frame that's sort of, kind of, not really a rip-off of the donut. It's an H-frame also. It has a top plate and a bottom plate and 2 arms, and that's pretty much it. And the ducts are connected from the rear to the front duct, and the camera mount is also integrated with the duct because I thought it would be easier than making vertical carbon fiber plates, because then I have to figure out the tolerances and everything for those. But I think that my cinewhoop with 1606 motors and 4-inch propellers could fly a lot better than a 3-inch heavy cinewhoop with like 1408s or 1507s. There are thrust tests from Airblade that show that with the HQ T4x2.5, the motor makes about 760 grams of thrust, which I think would be more than plenty for a 4-inch Hero carrying 4S cinewhoop. I saw this video from Mute FPV showing thrust tests of regular 3-inch motors, 3-inch props and ducts, and they made about 530 grams of thrust at the most. So I think that because the 1606 doesn't weigh all that much more, it would just fly significantly better because of how much more thrust it has, and it would also have more control because of the bigger propellers. So tell me what you think in the comments. I'm going to be seeing how much it will cost to cut this frame and perhaps experimenting with the design a little bit to make it lighter. But I really think that 4-inch cinewhoops will be much better performing than a 3-inch ducted cinewhoop. So I'm excited to try this out. Also, the Gemfan 4024 and 4023 just came out. I think the 4023 especially, because it's a tri-blade, will fly really well on a 4-inch cinewhoop and will have even more thrust than a T4 by 2.5 or the Gemfan biblade. I was looking at my channel analytics and I noticed that my best performing video, the only one that's consistently gained views since I posted it, is one where I'm just talking about my toothpick mostly, and there's flight footage in it, but it's mostly just me talking about stuff. So I thought I have to make more videos just talking about stuff, and maybe people will watch them more and share them more, enjoy them, I guess. I think YouTube is definitely saturated with flight footage, and you're not really going to get anywhere from posting only flight footage. People want your opinions, people want your thoughts on stuff, and people don't want to just see the same flight footage as usual. So unless you experiment with it and talk about things, I think that YouTube FPV is already saturated. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my audio from the woods next to a little stream with all the birds and squirrels and nice noises that come with the woods. Like and subscribe, smash that notification button, send my YouTube channel to your entire family, and then I'll be very happy, and I will appreciate that you watched my video. Thank you.